Welcome to Montague Miller Moment. We're really pleased today to have three of our distinguished and most experienced agents with Montague Miller. From my left, starting with Anita Dunbar and Glenda Howard and Andrea Gruber. And these three ladies are joining us today because they have a special marketing sort of niche, and they are what they call themselves the Glenmore team. And they have been, tell me, when did you start marketing the three of you together at Glenmore?
July.
So almost 9 months,
Right.
about 9 months. And I'm just curious because together, and y'all can help me figure out how many years you bring, but together y'all bring a lot of wisdom and experience to this. Anita, what made you decide to team up?
We have worked together for a number of years and feel like that we work together really well. And we started talking about Glenmore. And Glenmore, when it was initially opened, was a neighborhood. It was a new construction neighborhood, new homes. Now Glenmore is really a neighborhood of resale homes. So as you know, Carol, the marketing is quite different for new construction as it is for resale. And we bring not only experience of 25 years each, I believe.
That would be like 3/4 of a century. Real estate experience here.
3/4 of a century. And selling, Glenda and I sell resale homes, and Andrea's had a background in new construction. And we just felt that we could bring a new approach to Glenmore marketing by, marketing homes now out there like resale homes.
Okay. So are there anything that you'd like for folks to know, Glenda, about what, your marketing techniques that you feel are special, that you sort of...
Well, I think the fact that, we are a team, we each have our strengths.
That's a good
And Anita is very good with the numbers and crunching, and I work more with the staging of it. And Andrea loves the photography and setting up the brochure, that sort of thing. So the sellers feel like when we meet with them that they're definitely going to be covered in all of these areas, and that they always have someone to call.
So you mentioned coverage, and maybe Andrea, how do you cover? I mean, the seller, do you work by email, or is it the way the sellers want? How do you communicate with the sellers?
I think we communicate through email, through person, through telephone calls. We give them feedback immediately when someone shows the house. We have answers for them because they're always anxious to know, what did they have to say. So I think between the three of us, we
do you have a point person for each property, or is it just sort of on a rotational basis?
It's actually the way we set it up. We have a phone line that comes in here that rotates on a weekly basis, so that all calls rotate each week to our cell phones.
So you actually take turns,
Right.
And so the sellers know that they're not going to always get Glenda or always get Andrea or always get Anita. They're going to get one of the three, and that you are networked in your communication, so
Right.
you're always on top of what's going on.
Yes.
And the fact that I live there in Glenmore makes it very easy that if a key needs to be delivered or a house needs to be opened, it's easy for me to be able to whip in.
How long have you been in Glenmore?
Since it was started,
So you
about
have
20 years.
you have a really good
Yeah.
perspective on the
Exactly.
community as a resident there. That's a benefit to the folks that you're representing
Exactly.
as sellers, because you do know the history
Exactly.
and can also probably give pretty good tours of the club
Exactly.
and that. How do you handle when buyers call in? Do you sort of
Well,
take turns with that too?
Actually, if a buyer comes in and it goes to one of our phones, we all work together, so it really is a team effort.
So the buyer gets 3 for 1.
The buyer gets 3 for 1 as well. And the good news is people love the fact there's always one of us that's available in case
Yes.
there is a buyer, because a lot of these properties require an appointment through us to show these homes. They don't want other agents calling them independently.
And when we've had the open houses, which that's one of our big things that we feel
You
very strongly.
You do public open houses?
We do public open houses.
Well, on Sundays mostly?
On Sundays. And usually there's 2 of us there, sometimes just 1. But anyone coming in there, we also share them. So it's worked out very well.
So y'all you've had enough time to sort of work out any communication kinks, and you're sort of on a roll.
Yeah.
Andrea, tell me a little bit about the perspective of the market right now in Glenmore.
Well, I think it's pretty good. Right now we have 44 homes on the market for sale, but remember that this gated community really has 750 homes approximately. And right now the price starts at about 417,000, and the most expensive is 1,828,000. So it fits a lot of budgets. Also, size-wise, the smallest is about 2,086 finished square feet, and the largest available right now is 7,007 finished square feet.
So there really is a wide variety of choice
Right,
available.
exactly.
Well, obviously we have come to the end of our time, and we probably have lots more we could talk about. But thank y'all so much, and I would encourage folks to call one of you or call the Glenmore team. What's that number, Anita? Did you forget your number?
I did.
Well,
It rolls to our cell phone.
It
goes to your
it's
cell
not
phone.
Yeah,
that
so
we know it.
basically,
Yeah.
it does roll to the
Yeah.
cell phone, that's why there's one of us
Okay,
always.
all right. Well, just remember to call the Glenmore team at Montague Miller. Thanks
Yes,
so much.
great.
Thank you.
We also
We went way over.